So, okay, in this video we're going to talk about the Asian squat. Actually, it's called the deep resting squat, but I just call it the Asian squat. So let's talk about it a little bit. So first off, why do I call it an Asian squat? Well, when I went to high school in the 90s, I'm not sure if it's like this everywhere, but there's lots of Asians where I lived. And in parking lots, whenever Asians gathered, they'd kind of like squat in that deep resting squat and be like smoking and hang around in parking lots. So I kind of always just called it an Asian squat. And I feel like that's probably a pretty common cultural meme because I think I saw some online memes about it recently. But that's why I call it an Asian squat. But really, it's just really a deep resting squat. So that means really just being able to sit down deep in a squat like this, with your body relatively straight, and just being able to hold this comfortably. And this isn't really an exercise, right? It's not like some kind of active resistance exercise, but it's still a great thing you can do. Why? Because first of all, a lot of people have trouble getting up from this deep position when they're older. So it's good to train your body to be able to sit in it and be able to get up out of it. An angle change to try to keep it a little bit interesting rather than just me talking straight to the camera. I guess now I'm talking at an angle to the camera. In addition, it's also going to help with ankle stiffness. So a lot of people have stiff ankles, which might prevent you from doing a lot of activities or limit your mobility. This is going to help, right, increase your ankles mobility. Now, some of you might not be able to do this if your ankles are stiff. So what you can do is just put a book or maybe a weight plate or something underneath your heels to elevate your ankles so you can get down to deep squat without as much, right, flexing of your ankles, and you can just build up to it. Now, if you have some, well, doing it barefoot or having some flat shoes or sandals would probably be the best for getting the most ankle mobility out of this. But you could also do it in shoes, that's just fine, like I'm doing here. But a lot of times I do it also in slippers or barefoot as well. Now, in addition, it also promotes knee health, right? This stimulates synovial fluid through your knee joints in a full range of motion, which will help, right, improve some knee health because you rarely get into this deep of range of motion. Also, when you're doing this, your lower back's going to round out a little bit, right? And that's going to give your lower spine a little bit of decompression, which will help counteract, right, all that sitting most of us do all day on a computer. So that's a deep resting squat. Once again, lots of plethora of benefits. And you don't have to do it in the gym. You can do it anywhere. And start off easy, right? Just set a timer for like 30 seconds. Get down in that position, hold it for 30 seconds. And if that's challenging, then you can just do that, right? Spread it out multiple times, right? Throughout the day. Or while you're watching TV, you can do it for 30 seconds. Take a break, do it for another 30 seconds. And your goal is just to build up to the point where you can just sit down into that position, that deep resting squat comfortably, and be able to hold it. And it shouldn't be a chore. It shouldn't be like, hitting some time limit, that's your limit. You should just be able to sit there naturally and comfortably. And that's gonna help open those hips, increase that ankle flexibility, decompress that spine, and be able to help you get up and out, get into and out of that deep position, which will benefit you when you're older. So hopefully that was helpful. If you got anything out of this, please like and subscribe. I would appreciate it so much. If you could share, it would be amazing. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time, everyone. Have a great day.